Hey everyone, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Naomi.
And welcome back to episode 8 of The Outsiders.
Now on to the weekly recap. This past Thursday was Rosh Chodesh Shabbat, which means that...
Shabbat.
I said Shabbat, okay. Which means that Tu B'Shvat is coming very soon.
We also had Rosh Chodesh February in the secular calendar this past Shabbat, which means the Super Bowl is coming soon. Another Eagles-Chiefs game. Boring.
This past Tuesday, the YU Broadway Club went to see The Outsiders on Broadway. I myself went. It was phenomenal. Like, the playlist has been on repeat. And shout out to Discover NYC, Donnie Honig, and Sophia Rao for planning it.
See, no surprise this time, because obviously they wanted to go to a show named after us, of course.
Obviously.
The YU Outsiders. Honestly, we were actually the ones on stage.
Mm-hmm.
We, the 8 of us rotating anchors.
It was us.
We were there. We were the performers. You know, I'm in school right now majoring in psychology, but I really think that my calling is theater. Also this past week, on Motzei Shabbat, there was a Malava Malka hosted by Soy with dozens of rabbis, Rosh Yeshivas, you know, all the same thing here at YU, and speakers and whatnot, and I think only guys were invited. It looked like a good time.
What are you implying there?
I had other things to do, obviously, on my Saturday night.
Well, what other things were there to do? Well, there was Motzash Bash for this forum sale, the last-minute setup before opening day, which was today, and I actually got the privilege of tasting some of the Wilf-only sushi at Motzash Bash.
In this week's current events, today as we are recording on February 2nd, it is Groundhog's Day, and as Punxsutawney Phil, spelling right here if the editor remembers, because I don't know how to spell that.
Copy editor?
Punxsutawney Phil came up out of the ground and saw his shadow, which indicates, allegedly, 6 more weeks of winter.
Oof. As a Floridian and a Floridian in spirit, I don't want 6 more weeks of winter.
I could definitely go for some warmer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on a more serious note, this past week, some of the hostages were released, and we hope to see the release of the rest of the hostages soon.
Amen. Now, this upcoming week, we have several exciting events. Tomorrow, or today, Monday, February 3rd, UPAC is tabling, once again, as they do, for people to call their members of Congress to talk about whatever they talk about in the 245 lobby on Barron and the Nagel lobby on Wilf in the morning and early afternoon.
Then on Tuesday, February 4th, there will be a Minyan and Mocha Club event, which was founded by Lila Silberger.
Shalita.
Which will be...
Layla.
Not Layla.
Liela.
Spelt Lila, L-I-E-L-A, which will be from 7 to 8 a.m. And the girls are going to go to Adair and L in the morning, and then they're going to go to Dunkin' and get some hot chocolate or some coffee, and then there's going to be some learning afterwards.
That's so stark.
It's really stark.
Yeah.
And the CEO of this farm sale would know, so I feel like if he gets his stamp of approval, that's pretty good.
Definitely.
Is this filming? The CEO of the Swarm Sale is so stark that he sings Zmiro even when it's not Shabbat.
It's so true. One of the...
This Tuesday, the Wilf campus will also be hosting a club fair in the Heights Lounge from 5:45 to 6:45, and almost simultaneously, there will be
an RA-GA info session on Barron at 7 p.m. in 215 if you ladies are interested in applying. To be honest though, I think I would make a great RA or GA.
On Barron?
Yeah, specifically.
Okay. And then on Wednesday, the Barron campus will be hosting their club fair at 6 p.m. in Koch. Shout out to the one person that actually signed up on campus groups, probably an F-Talk.
And also on Wednesday, the Talmudic Cooking Club will be meeting as well for some food from the Talmud, which is something I've never heard of before.
Wow. I want everyone to take note that the CEO of this farm sale has never heard of the Talmud. That's a crazy statement.
It's actually the food of the Talmud that they happen to be making this week that I've never heard of before.
I'm sure. And for the absolute grand slam, this weekend will be the Co-Ed IBC Barron Shabbaton. It's going to be held in Washington Heights. And shout out to Mark Koznicki and Rabbi Rofa for organizing it.
The IBC rep and IBC director, respectively. But honestly, I'm kind of shocked. Can you believe it that UTS approved such a pretistic behavior like that?
It's almost as bad as like co-ed anchors on air. Like that's also kind of pretistic.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. And finally, next week on Sunday is a Shvat event.
Shabbat.
The month of Shvat event with the SLS, also known as the Semitic Language Society.
Semitic Language Society? I feel like that's kind of giving like anti-Semitism club.
Anti-Semitism.
Anti-Semitism club. And this upcoming Sunday is the Super Bowl, of course. So there will be Super Bowl parties hosted on both Wilf and Barron with Carlos and Gabby's from 6:30 to 10:30. And you can show up to whichever one that you want, which is kind of...
And finally, starting today as of filming on Sunday, February 2nd, is the opening day of the Sfarim sale.
Yay! Wait, I have my sweater. Hold on. You are looking at the section manager, CEO named Brandon Malamed. And the section manager named...
I didn't know this was Brandon Malamed, okay.
Naomi Rose, respectively.
The Sfarim sale is running now for 3 weeks, ongoing from Sunday, February 2nd to Sunday, February 23rd at Yeshiva University, held in Belfer Hall in Weisberg Commons on the first floor. Open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday, and Monday to Thursday from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and Motzei Shabbat and from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Motzei Shabbat. Come get great Sfarim, great deals, great chevra, and unite with the Jewish people, all in our beautiful Washington Heights. Speaking of which, now let's go to the actual Sfarim sale and see what's going on over there. Here we are at the YU Sfarim sale. So many books.
But no people, because this is a behind the scenes of the Sfarim sale after hours.
This has been episode 8 of The Outsider at YU Outsider. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Naomi.
And we'll see you next time.